Imagine a world where your right to speak your mind, to live freely, or even to think independently could be stripped away at a whim. But what if I told you that over a century ago, in the heat of World War I, a bold newspaper dared to challenge the government on exactly that? Today, I'm diving into a forgotten gem from 1917 that spells out your natural rights in crystal clear terms. Stick around, this could change how you see your freedoms forever. Welcome back, everyone. Today I'm exploring a primary source document from the Jeffersonian newspaper dated August 9th, 1917. This piece, published during a time of wartime censorship and restrictions, cuts through the noise to define what our natural rights truly are. The author doesn't mince words. Natural rights are the inherent freedoms you have simply as a human being, not as a citizen or member of society. These aren't gifts from the government, they're yours by birth, and no society can justly take them away. Let's break it down step by step, straight from the text. First, the author makes a key distinction. Some rights are yours as a human being, others as a member of society. Natural rights, like your right to be free and secure in your person, your limbs, and your life, are untouchable. Society can't deprive you of these without due process for a serious crime. On the flip side, things like voting or holding office, those are political privileges. Society can grant, restrict, or revoke them based on rules like age, taxes, or even gender back then. To make this crystal clear, the article gives everyday examples. Take a minor. Society can say they can't vote or hold office until they're of age. But society can't say a minor doesn't have the right to live. That's a natural right. Similarly, in 1917, the government could arbitrarily deny women the vote. Remember, women's suffrage was still 3 years away, but it couldn't arbitrarily say a woman doesn't have the right to live. Life is inherent. Voting is a privilege society controls. The author warns that much confusion arises because writers and speakers fail to recognize the distinction. And boy, does that ring true even today, right? Mixing up inalienable rights with changeable privileges leads to all sorts of debates. Now, drawing from the Declaration of Independence, which the article references as a potentially treasonable document in wartime, the author lists out these self-evident natural rights. They're not just vague ideals, they're practical freedoms essential for a just life. Here's the core lineup: freedom and equality for all, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, the freedom to read without censorship, to think for yourself without a master dictating your beliefs, to speak your honest convictions openly, to publish your conscientious sentiments, to meet with your fellow citizens in peaceable assembly, to discuss public affairs, condemn what's wrong, and petition the government to fix grievances. These are not optional, they're inalienable. The article emphasizes that to protect these, we have safeguards in the Constitution and its amendments, things like the right to worship God as you see fit, to speak and publish freely without abridgment, to assemble peacefully, to censure laws or policies you disagree with, and to demand changes. It goes further, outlining more protections: your right to move freely unless arrested for a crime, to a grand jury indictment and trial by your peers in your area, to be safe from unwarranted searches in your home, to keep and bear arms, to habeas corpus, that's the right to challenge unlawful detention, to a public trial, and to resist any authority trying to rob you of your life, liberty, or property without due process. The Constitution, the author declares, is the supreme law embodying these rights. It's never suspended, not in war, not ever. Congress and the president can't alter it unilaterally. It's there to protect you. And as an extra layer, there's the common law right to stay in your country unless you choose to leave, no forced exile without your consent. This 1917 piece was a bold stand against government overreach during World War I, when freedoms like speech and assembly were under threat. It even questions if President Wilson was acting like King George III by restricting these rights. The author harkens back to the patriots of 1776 who used mails and meetings to organize without being silenced. It's a reminder that natural rights aren't just historical footnotes, they're the foundation of resistance to tyranny. In essence, the author defines natural rights as the unbreakable core of human dignity, freedoms that exist before any government, protected against societal whims, and vital for pursuing a life of liberty and happiness. There you have it, a timeless breakdown of natural rights from a 1917 voice that still echoes today. If this sparked your interest in history, freedoms, or challenging the status quo, hit that like button, subscribe for more deep dives, and drop a comment. What natural right means the most to you? For the full article and more explorations like this, head over to my Substack. You'll find in-depth pieces on rights, history, and beyond, all free to subscribe. Thanks for watching, stay free, stay informed, and I'll see you in the next video.